Welcome to our video on prevention network hardening. In today's digital landscape, securing your network is crucial to protect your organization from cyber threats. This video, based on a guide by Amazon Web Services, AWS, will walk you through the importance of network hardening, the vulnerabilities you need to watch out for, and the strategies you can use to build a robust defense for your network. Let's start with the basics. Network hardening is a critical part of the layered security prevention strategy. It focuses on protecting your network from unauthorized access, misuse, modification, or destruction. The goal is to preserve the usability and integrity of your network and the data that flows through it. Network hardening is achieved through two primary actions: network discovery hardening and network architecture hardening. Network discovery hardening involves protecting your network from being mapped or explored by attackers. And network architecture hardening focuses on improving the design of your network to make it more secure. Before we dive into hardening techniques, let's understand the network security threats you need to protect against. Attackers often start by discovering information about your network and then exploiting vulnerabilities. Common threats include network mapping, port scanning, and traffic sniffing. Attackers use tools like ping tracer route and nmap to map your network and identify devices. They scan your network to find open ports and services running on them, and attackers capture unencrypted data traveling through your network, which can include sensitive information like passwords. To protect against these threats, you need to implement network discovery hardening measures. Here's how. Restrict or disable network discovery protocols like ICMP, which is used by ping and tracer route, and SNMP. Also, close unused ports to prevent attackers from finding open doors into your network. In the AWS Cloud, you can use Amazon Inspector to identify unintended network exposure vulnerabilities. Next, let's talk about network architecture hardening. This involves improving the design of your network to make it more secure. Key measures include adding security components like firewalls and intrusion prevention systems, or IPS. Another important step is segmenting your network into smaller subnets, each with its own security controls. Firewalls are a critical part of network hardening. They act as a barrier between your internal network and the outside world, allowing only authorized traffic to pass through. Best practices for firewalls include: start by blocking all traffic and then gradually allow only the traffic you need. Place firewalls as close to the traffic source as possible, such as at the internet boundary or internal network segment boundaries. Use firewalls to create different network zones with varying levels of security, such as an internet zone, a perimeter zone, and an internal zone. In the AWS Cloud, security groups act as built-in firewalls for your EC2 instances. They allow you to define rules that control inbound and outbound traffic based on protocols, ports, and IP addresses. Security groups are stateful, meaning if you allow traffic in, the same traffic is allowed out automatically. Another important security component is the Intrusion Prevention System, or IPS. An IPS actively monitors network traffic, detects threats, and automatically defends against them. It uses mechanisms like anomaly-based detection and signature-based detection to identify and block malicious activity. In the AWS Cloud, the AWS Network Firewall provides IPS features to protect your virtual private clouds, or VPCs. Finally, network segmentation is a powerful way to enhance security. By dividing your network into smaller subnets, you can apply different security controls to each subnet based on its needs. For example, you can create a public subnet for web servers and a private subnet for database servers, each with its own firewall rules and access controls. To wrap up, here are the key takeaways. Network hardening is essential to protect your network from unauthorized access and attacks. Common threats include network mapping, port scanning, and traffic sniffing. Network discovery hardening involves disabling unused protocols, closing unused ports, and encrypting sensitive data. Network architecture hardening includes adding firewalls, IPS systems, and segmenting your network. In the AWS Cloud, you can use security groups and network ACLs to implement network hardening. By following these network hardening techniques, you can significantly reduce the risk of cyber threats and protect your valuable network resources. Remember, a secure network is the foundation of a secure organization.